Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are going to be looking at how Rachel was apparently spotted in Tenerife before Jay went missing, and why Brandon, LK, and Tom Hilton are in the Facebook groups for Jay Slater. So to start things off, we are going to be looking at a picture of someone who was spotted at the rave in Tenerife, and it seems to look a lot like Rachel Hargreaves. So, you can see here from Rachel's TikTok that she looks young, and I believe she is only 34 years old. Now, if Brad is 19, that means that she would have only been 15 when she first had Brad, which is a very young age to have your first child, and it must have been very hard. We have also seen a lot of information about Brad's dad going around, and apparently, he is called Mark and lives in Manchester. I want to take a moment to shout out True Crime, because she has done a brilliant job at pointing this out and bringing this to our attention. So as we move on, you can see that if you put Rachel's face onto the person who is at the rave and compare it, you can see a lot of similarities. The main one being her nose, and you can see that the nose hardly changes at all. In fact, it doesn't change one bit, which is very suspicious. And this could definitely be Rachel. But what would Rachel be doing in Tenerife so early on before Jay even went missing? Apparently Rachel had arrived in Tenerife before Debbie did, and this is very concerning. The only way that would have happened is if Brad called her, and there was something very suspicious going on, or she was already there for some reason. We have seen in Haley Comet's videos that Brad had a weird feeling, and that he got out the car when him, Jay, Lucy, Brandon, and Ayub were driving to the Airbnb. Maybe there is a lot more to that story, and that Rachel could have been involved. This picture that is compared to Rachel is taken before Jay even went missing, so why would she already be in Tenerife, unless she knew that something was going to happen? There is no other reason that explains what she is doing there, and it makes me think that maybe this isn't actually Rachel. That just doesn't make any sense that she would be there before Jay went missing, unless there was a plan before Jay even left for Tenerife. In my opinion, if we are going off what Haley said, and apparently she got information straight from Brad and one of his friends, then I would say that he called his mom, and she came straight over to Tenerife to help him, which is why she was there before Debbie. Remember, Rachel is just trying to protect her son, and maybe this caused her to only think about herself and Brad. But I must admit, it's very strange that this picture lines up with Rachel, and it does look very convincing. I just don't think she would have been there before Jay went missing. Otherwise, it would have definitely been looked into straight away. And I don't think Debbie or Warren would even be with Rachel in Tenerife if they knew that she was there well before Jay was missing. The next thing we are going to look at is why Tom Hilton, Brandon, and LK are watching the Jay Slater groups. So all three of these people are in the Facebook group called Jay Slater Real Truth Exposed. So let's start with Tom Hilton. Why would Tom be in this group? Maybe because his name gets mentioned all of the time, and people think he is a main suspect in this case. So Tom isn't actually an active member in the group and is only a participant, which means he could have joined for a while then left the group. But being a participant can also mean that he has either commented or posted in the group. This is interesting because he has clearly seen everything that has been posted about him, and he knows what people think. I didn't find any comments from Tom or posts, so he might have deleted anything that he actually put in the group. Now the next person who is in this group is Brandon Hodgson, obviously under the name Royston Cropper, as he has changed his name and profile for some unknown reason. But this means that Brandon watches everything, because he is an active member in the group and joined on the 12th of September. So he has been in the group for a couple of months now and still hasn't said anything or gave his side of the story, but he is definitely seeing everything that people say. Brandon could be watching closely because he knows he has played a part in the Jay Slater case and because he hasn't commented on the situation, Most of us think he actually played a big part in this. Why would he even be in the group if he didn't know something? He hasn't commented or posted at all and is just watching what people are saying. Remember, Brandon's mom said he was getting death threats and didn't want to speak on the final moments that he shared with Jay before Jay went missing. But he's happy to sit in a Facebook group and look at all the information. Maybe he is paranoid and is hoping no one finds out what his part in this case is. I find it very weird that he's a part of this group, and Lucy isn't in any groups other than the original one, which is ran by Rachel. Maybe he changed his name because he wanted to spy on these groups to see what is going on. But he must have forgot that people can still see the comments he made from that account on other people's posts, such as commenting on Lucy's Facebook post and his other friends. So we definitely know it's him. But Brandon has chosen to keep quiet, and I think that's a problem. No posts when Jay is missing and no posts after his alleged friend was found dead. Don't you guys think that's weird? But he decides to turn up to the funeral and show his face, but doesn't even get invited to the wake along with Lucy. To be honest, it doesn't look too good for Brandon at the moment. Now the final person who is in this group is LK, who is called Lewis Kennedy. This one is the most suspicious because he hasn't even been spoken about nearly as much as Brandon and Tom. So why does he want to watch what people are saying? LK joined this group on the 19th of October, 1 month after Brandon joined. So clearly LK has been mentioned a lot recently and wasn't brought up much at the beginning. But this also means that LK has seen the comments and posts about him. One thing that comes to my mind is, innocent until proven guilty. I think everyone can remember LK saying that while he was live with Ayub and Rocky. And maybe he's seeing if we can prove that he had played a part in Jay's disappearance. What I find suspicious is that this group is mainly just a group where trolls comment horrible things to do with the Jay Slater case and have made memes of Jay as well. LK hasn't posted anything either, and I have looked carefully to see if any of the three had commented and had something to say. But at least now we know that they are definitely seeing what's going on and all the information that has been put out there. So what part did they actually play in this case? Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and we will update you as we find out more.